Hi everyone, welcome back. New Year's Eve folks, New Year's Eve of 2021. We made it through another year. So before I go any further, I want to wish everyone that's watching a really happy new year. I hope you have a much better year. If you've had a good one this year, better than this one, if that makes any sense. So anyway, happy new year to you all. So I want to go through with you my finished pages of December 2021. There's quite a few to get through. Some of them we've done together as colour alongs. Most of them I've done on my own. So the first colour along of December we did together was in Botanicum by the wonderful Maria Troll. And I'm so pleased with this page. I love how it came out. We did the Christmas wreath and boy did it take some time. So I made the circle up myself out of a template of paper, and then I used a combination of different pens to do in between all those little tiny pine cones. So what pencils did we use? We used polychromos, we used Poscas, we used a white acrylic paint, that's for the splatters. We used a gold glitter, which is, let me find it, the Dovecraft one. So Dovecraft, and I think it's just called gold. Yeah, just gold to do the little embellishments with. And I'm so proud of how it turned out. I love it. And thank you to everybody that coloured it and posted it on the Facebook group or Instagram to show me. You know, I'm so pleased. I love how it came out. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. I enjoyed it. So that is Botanicum, if I can turn it around the right way, by the beautiful Maria Troll. Love it. Let me just bring my cart over so that I can put my stuff in. So the next book that I coloured in was Carolina Kubikowska's The Beautiful Ticket to Dreams book. I adore this book. I don't know, one of the videos I said that I was enjoying colouring with really bright colours. So are you ready? So somebody will ask, I know, this is food wax paper. So if you just put wax paper in Amazon, this will come up. They're in packs of like, I don't know, 100. So yeah, anyway, I did this page. And I love it. Let me come out slightly. There we go. You can see all my mess here. I love how it came out. So I used Inktense paint. So these little palettes. I don't know if this is the pastels. No, Inktense paints. I used these ones. Love them. And I used white jelly roll, Derwent pastel paint. So it must be this one. This little box. Love this. Oh no, this is the other. There is a little pastel paint set, which I did a swatching video on my channel when it first came out. It came out in a little white box like this. So I used that. I think I used the pastel paint for the swan. I used Black Widows. I used a white pit pen. I think that's probably to go around the water. And what else did I use? Oh, of course, I used the Art Spirits paint Mermaid Dust, and instead of using stickles, I just went over the water and it just gave it that little shimmer that I wanted for the water, and I'm thrilled to bits with how this turned out. I love the bright vivid colours of it. These are magnetic bookmarks. Again, just put it in Amazon. They're absolutely brilliant. Saves us throwing away all these paper ones. Just come in a little box like this, and then I just store them back in. But I'm so pleased with this, and I've really been enjoying using the Inktense paints and the pencils this month. And I am going to, at some point when I can, I'm going to treat myself to the Inktense blocks, because I just love painting with them. So yes, I hope you can look at that mermaid paint. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, so that's The Wonderful Ticket to Dreams by Carolina Kubikowska. I adore her work. just in case you didn't know. I'm going to put her out of the way because I don't want to ruin that spiral, the spiral binding. Then I did the colouring in Into the Wild. This is by Daisy Fletcher. I think this is still available on Amazon, I'm not sure. But it's an odd book. The paper's weird in it. But very, very beautiful. So, right, I've got to try and find what I coloured, haven't I, instead of... Nope. Nope. I definitely did, folks. And why I haven't marked it, I don't know. I'm a fool. The last thing anybody needs is to be fumbling around, there we go, fumbling around New Year's Eve trying to find the page you've coloured. There's pencil dust or something in there. Let's get rid of that. So I did this wolf page, and can you guess what I used? I used Distress Inks and Derwent Lightfast, simple as that. I kept it as simple as I possibly could. So everything got a base of ink on it because, like I say, the paper's a bit weird in this book. It's, I don't know, it's very smooth. It's almost like a coating on it. So you'd probably be best with some kind of water medium on it. Yeah, so just distressed ink and light fast pencils. And I think I chose the light fast pencils because I love their greens. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how he came out. And yeah, it's a really lovely book. It's just, like I say, it's weird paper, so I'm going to have to paint with it in here. So, not a problem, but it's just, as long as you know, it's a bit frustrating if you start a picture, which I think I did somewhere. There. Oh no, that's paint as well, I just haven't finished it. I think it was probably this page realised that the pencils just weren't working, and then went in with some paint. So it's interesting, good point to know, folks, if you do have this book. But yeah, pleased with him. Nice and simple. Gorgeous book. So, and then the next one we did as a colour along together. And this was a new book to me. It took me ages to receive it, but it was so worth it. This is Holiday Traditions by Jim Shaw, and he does a lot of little figurines, and he's got a new book out which is just gnomes. Excuse me, just while I have a sip of drink. And we did, what I love about this book is you've got some inspiration pages to copy at the front. And we did this one. So, the Christmas tree one. And it came out like this. I'm really pleased with how it came out. I didn't think it was going to work, folks. I thought I was going to have to scrap the video at one point. But we did Derwent pastel paint, and I did the tree behind because there was quite a big space. I can't remember what else I basted it with, but or what part of the page I basted it with. I can't remember. But we used polychromos, jelly roll and diamond stickles, and the paper's quite smooth, but single-sided and very limited buckling, even though I'd used some water. So yeah, a little bit of stickles on the star and the little presents. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I'm really pleased with how it came out. Mine was a little darker than Jim's, but they are only inspiration. They're not meant to be coloured to the letter, are they, folks? So there we are. And we did that together. So this is up on the channel if you want to have a look. They are perforated, so you could pull the pages out if you want to. But yeah, thrilled to bits with it and loving the darker colours. So that's Holiday Traditions by, where is he? Where's his name? At the top. Jim Shaw. There we go. Alright, then I went and did, oh, there's lots, folks, there's lots. I've been a very busy colourist this month. I did Rita Berman's My Trip Round Europe, I think it is, and I did the first page. And love how this came out too. This is with ink tents. Can you believe it? A little bit of ink tents, and look at the page. Barely any buckling whatsoever. That's because I've been using the Derwent paintbrush with the push button here, and I was kindly gifted a set for them of them at Christmas, and they are perfect. They don't put out too much water, they don't flood your page. So I was able to get really good results with it, blending, and yeah, I'm really proud of myself. Because Inktense scare me, or did. So that's it. Oh no I didn't. I used Inktense Jelly Roll, some metallic Arteza paint, and the pan pastels to blend into the background. I love how these little shells came out down the bottom with the Arteza paint. So good, that paint. A little bit of diamond stickles going on. Yeah, but I love how the page came together. Really, really pretty. I just love this book. I adore it. Yeah, so lots more coming this way. I wonder if I might do more with Inktense because it works so really well in here. So that was my trip round Europe by the wonderful Rita Berman. Then I finally got round to colouring in Mandolin. I think that's how you say it, Mandolin. And I decided I was going to do the cover page, and I loved the combination on the front cover here so much that I stuck to that. So this is my version with my name. I'm not happy with how I did my name, but I can always stick something over that. So I used Pablo's for this one because they've got these gorgeous greeny blues in there, and I've got some little star embellishments which I stuck on the page. I've had them ages, got a great big packet for like nothing, so I use them quite a lot. They're so cool, these little just iridescent stars, and I use a little quickie glue pen if I can find it. I've got so much gump everywhere. Where did I put that? Here it is. Little quickie glue pen just to stick them on, and it goes on blue so you can see where the glue is before it dries, and they're really good, really clever. So I used those stars, and then I got my sticky little hands on these pot of stickles. Now this one is called Dark Matter, and in it is all these like little planets and all this. Look, it's like it's gel. If I can take the top off and just show you. Look at that. Oh, so good, glittery and just lush. And then I spread it over it. I took a chance and spread it over it, but I really like how it came out. So if I lift it, can you catch all that? All the colour that you can see is off that gel paste. But the silver stars are what I'd already put on. But yeah, I'm really loving it. So I'm thinking, as best I could, I might stick to those colours. Pink, blue and green in this book, because I just really like the combination, and it would just be beautiful, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll see. But that was Maria Troll's Mandolin. Loved it. Then we did together, started the characters in the Christmassaurus, which we're colouring together. We'd already coloured the Christmassaurus last month. We did Bear Bum Boy last month as well. But we did these two characters together. And we're using Prismacolors because they're lovely and soft. So we did Marvin Johnson with his little table tennis bat there. And we did Illinois together. And that's how far we got. This page is prepared with golden satin glazing liquid because this is a storybook. It's for children, a children's storybook, and I'm colouring it for my grandson to give to him at some point. So we're working our way through that. I was hoping to do the other characters before Christmas, but I just didn't get to it. But there are lots of pages in here that aren't necessarily Christmas, so we can carry on doing it if you want me to at some point. Alright, so that was Tom Fletcher and the Christmassaurus. Sorry, the Christmassaurus and the Naughty List, actually. Beautiful, beautiful book. And then I came across The Miniature World of Joanna Basford. And I've never really got on with her bigger books. Too much empty space for me. And when some days my hands are really sore or swollen, or it's really nice to have a little simple image. So I ordered this for myself. I think it was £4 from Amazon. and got to working in it straight away. Here. So I did this beautiful page. Now that butterfly wasn't there, this was just empty space. What did I use? I used Pablo's again. Now I used a die that I've got some holographic card, and I used a die to cut the butterfly out. It just went so well, I thought. And then I used crystal glitter glue in the holes where the butterfly, coloured it in first in the holes, and then put glitter glue in there. And then I used the Scribblicious pastel gel pens for the flowers. I'll show you them, because they actually don't look like gel pens, do they? I blended two colours. Let me see. I've put them in this little case. They're a budget brand from the UK, and these are supposed to be pastel gel pens, and I used those two blue colours and blended them together for the flower, and it worked really well, because my hands were sore and I didn't want to keep shading and things. So look at that holographic card, isn't that cool? So this side, what I'm thinking of doing is the same colours this side, but I'll cut out some smaller butterflies and dot them around, or just have, I don't know, one or two butterflies on there. I don't know, haven't thought it through yet. But I'm really pleased. I'm loving these little books. Absolutely, the paper in them is fabulous. So yeah, Pablo pencils, gorgeous, gorgeous pencils. So that's The Miniature Secret Garden by Joanna Basford. Okay, these are in order, that's why I'm looking at that's why I'm flipping my page here. So these are in order of how I did them. So together we then did, oh, just put that there. Together we did a colour along in Lizzie Mary Cullen's The Magical Christmas, and we did this beautiful dove. And I'm really pleased with how he came out, or she. So we used Inktense for this. Yeah, Inktense, Polychromos, white gel pen, and Stickles Diamond as usual. And that Stickles Diamond is just out of this world. And so all I did was an Inktense base of everything, and then a tiny bit of pencil work just to smooth out any imperfections in the Inktense. But I'm getting better with them, as you'll see in a minute, where I'm not having to use so much pencil over the top. But in this case I think it really worked, and I really enjoyed doing it with you. It's becoming a bit of a Lucy Just Adds Colour tradition to colour in this book. We did this last Christmas. This was done with Black Widows, and then this Christmas we've done the dove. So it would be really nice to keep that tradition going and do a page in it at least each Christmas. Oh, and I use the white gel pen to white out those black lines. Yeah, really happy with him. Really happy. So that's The Magical Christmas. Then I did, oh yeah, Ursula Swabb's books. Beautiful, beautiful books. I think there is a flip through of one of these on my channel, I'm not sure. Or it might have been in a haul video. I've got lots of hers books and I adore them. So this is, I think the translation is My Winter World. And I did the page with the three kings in it. Let me flip to it. So I did this page. And what did I use? Arteza pencils, Jelly Roll Stardust, Jelly Roll Moonlight, Black Posca pen, and Dovecraft glitter. So lots of glitter. So the star is all Jelly Roll Stardust. Is it Stardust? Yeah. And so all the pencil work is with Artezas, and any glitteriness is either the Dovecraft Crystal, this one, Dovecraft Crystal, which is just a cheaper brand of Stickles, and then the gel pens. And I'm really pleased again with how it turned out. I love the gold lamp, how I managed to get that with Artezas. Yeah, just really pleased with them. I wanted him to be the focus, and then those two to be like a reverse version of each other. So And I think, yeah, I was really pleased actually with how the Artesa's performed in this book. And then of course little baby Jesus down here with it. Even he's got a bit of stickle. So the sheep, I was like, oh, how am I going to colour them? So being a bit of an oddball myself, I did a black one and a brown one instead of a white one. But I really enjoyed colouring this page. These books are fabulous. They really are. And there was a Santa one there. Ooh, we could have coloured that one. Where is it? I just flipped past him. There he is. Delivering his presents. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful book, and I'm glad I've started in it. So that was mine, Winter World, I think, by Ursula Swab. Beautiful books. The paper is incredible. And then there's not many more, folks. There's three more. So I did a page in the Ink House by the incredibly talented Rory Dobner. He's on Instagram as too. And I coloured Huxley. So I've just got to find him here. So I coloured Huxley. Let me bring you in a little bit. There you go. So is Huxley the Hedgehog sits in the corner on a cushion after a previous crowd surfing incident ended badly. Isn't he cute? So I used, let me see, I used Distress Inks, Pan Pastels and the Goldfarber pencils, which I did a swatch for the other day. Can I lay my hands on them now? Where have I put those? I'm so disorganised, folks. Yeah, the Goldfarber pencils, and they worked beautifully. Most things work beautifully on this paper, but there he is, Mr. Huxley. And the cushion was already kind of blue, you know, in some of the pages there's blue, like here, there's like a sort of blue colour. So I just went with the blue, and I thought he stood out quite well with that. And then just used Pan Pastels to fade out a background. Yeah, a little bit of black and grey on the boots. Simple picture, but don't they look effective when they're done? This is an incredible book. And when I finish this book, I am then going to do, that's my Facebook cover, I am going to then do the one from, is that all I've done? No, I've done a frog. I started the little bumblebee and the leaves. I'm going to do the one from Colour in Heaven. Yeah, I did the frog. So yeah, so that's The Ink House by Rory Dobner. And then I started, now you've got to forgive me, I'm saying this is finished, so you just have to go with it, folks. I started a page in the Posh Colouring book by Marjolaine Bastin. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. And it's two separate parts to this picture, which is why I'm saying I've done it. So, gosh, the blue's not showing up at all on there. Let me move out slightly. There we go. So this was contained in its own square. These two little birds. God, mine looks got. Is that shadow? Yeah, it's shadow. Hang on. That might. Oh well, I can't get it. But that's contained in its own little square, and I was absolutely going to do the shells, but I got fed up. Finished the birds and thought, oh, do you know, it takes such a long time to do these pictures. But here's theirs, and then here's mine. And I'm pleased, really pleased with how it came out actually. And I just used Prismas. Plain and simple Prismas, nothing else. I love these books. And I've got the Disney ones that I was kindly gifted, but I'm so scared of colouring in them because they're so beautiful. And the other Painter of Light book, which is stunning, absolutely stunning. I think, yeah, Bonnie brought me it, and I'm so frightened of colouring in it. But little by little, folks, little by little. I think back to how much confidence I had when I first started the channel, and where I am now, it's blossomed. There is blue in that background, I can promise you, but it's being washed out for some reason. That might be better if I put it in the shade. There you go. But yeah, look at my little birdies. I was very pleased with them. Stop banging on. So that's the posh colouring book by Marjolaine Bastin. And then last but not least, this evening, or yesterday and this evening, I was gifted these beautiful, beautiful postcards for Christmas. Mine sadly fell apart. No! Mine fell apart after I'd done my little Christmas presents video that everyone had sent me. But I did this little one. Gonna have to come back out now slightly. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I don't know, it just screamed to me, and it was the first one that had fallen out of the book, so I thought, well, it's obviously telling me it wants colour. So I added colour. And I used Inktense again, Distress ink, and the soluble wax crayons that I did a review on ages and ages ago. Those ones. I've got like 36 colours in there, they're awesome. Yeah, so the whole picture, all of this is done in Inktense. The background is Prismacolor. The yellow you can see in the background is Prismacolor. The rest of it is Inktense. The frame round here is, I don't know if you can pick up on that. It's like 3D, can you see? I don't know if you can see it standing above the paper. But it is Dovecraft's version of liquid pearls, 3D pearl effect, and there were little circles, so I just dropped it in there. And so the outside is Distress inks, and I managed my hands, because they shake, I managed to get a shake mid-flow. It was all beautiful and smooth and lovely, and it was like, and this great big swirl was there. So I took those crayons that I've just shown you and went over the top of the ink with a lighter colour, and it just smoothed it out. And I love how it turned out. I really do. I'm so pleased with it. And adoring working with Inktense. I mean, look at the colours that you can get. Just beautiful. And even that pastel blue is Inktense as well. Just used the lightest touch and managed to get that beautiful pastel blue effect. So from this, oh, just adore it. And when you're, what's that? When you're struggling health-wise, mentally, and you just want something, I thought I saw something, you just want something quick and beautiful to colour, these are just absolutely perfect. So folks, I'll leave it there for you while I ramble for a second. That's all my completed pages of December 2021, and will be, unless I sit up now and do some more, which I probably will be my last ever picture coloured in 2021. And yeah, what can I say? I think 2021 has been a rough year for a lot of us, an awful lot of us, and I can only hope and pray that we have a significantly better year this year. And I want to thank everybody for all their support this year for the channel and your friendships. I've made some really, really lovely friendships since doing YouTube, and it's been a pleasure. And I have been a very lucky girl, and another friend that I've made on YouTube, her name's Deb, who sent us stuff before to use on the channel, has sent me the most beautiful present, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to have to get to that so that I can play with them. Also, while we're here, if you're still listening to me ramble on, you know, I remember I promised you that I was going to show you the mica powders that Kevin sent me ages ago, and then of course I was ill and didn't get to it. Well, I want to show you. Look, I've made some little pans out of them. So I'm just waiting for them to dry out, which they look pretty much like they have. They're not going to go completely solid because of how I've made them, but I wanted to use them so desperately because the Arteza watercolours are so beautiful that so I've managed to find a way to get them sort of like a gel so that we can use them as paint in our colouring books. I can't wait to show you. So that'll be coming up too. Lots and lots of exciting things to share with you and do for the upcoming 2022. So if you've listened all the way through, let me know what your hopes are for 2022, and then I can reply to you in the comments. It's always lovely to do that. Alright folks, I'm going to let you go. Once again, Happy New Year, and until I see you very, very soon, take really good care of yourselves. Bye bye.